Oh, so many messages coming through on this afternoon. Now, if you missed, any part of the show, you've missed it all, basically, because we've been talking to Richard. A man called Richard got in touch with me to talk about losing his religion. He had been a Jehovah's Witness from an early age, but he left after he disagreed with their view on a specific issue. Now, if you want to hear that entire interview again, you can go and listen back to the show. It will be put on a little bit later. It's bbc.co.uk/WM. People feeling very strongly about this. We've got people that think that he's completely wrong, people that think that he is absolutely bang on the money. Everybody coming through with their say this afternoon. Let's do some of these messages. Pamela in Rowley Regis says, Caroline, I know a few Jehovah's Witnesses and I joined them once after being pressurised. One came to my house after I had to miss a sitting, telling me that she hopes I'm not shunning my duties. Also, another one said that she'd see her dead mum again because she was a witness, but I wouldn't see mine because I am not one. Hi to somebody else, don't have a name for this. It says, I am so sad to hear this interview. I was born into a Hindu family, but realised that I was a Christian at 16. I've been to so many churches, from Church of England to Catholic to Methodist to Pentecostal. I visited Jehovah's Witness of my own accord 3 years ago, and I found nothing but love and respect and living a peaceful way. We are Christians, and the Bible is studied. How is it supposed to be from Christ's times. I feel so sad that this man is saying these awful things because it is not true. So they are people that are commenting on this. And hi to Keith, finally, in Nuneaton. For the moment, I lost faith after reading the Bible and realising it was scientifically inaccurate, contradictory and glorified murder, rape, slavery, sexism and homophobia. Clearly the words of men and not of any God, says Keith in Nuneaton. Right, I'm going to talk to some more people. The calls are flooding in. Please be patient on the phones this afternoon. Dean is getting through them as quickly as he possibly can. Right, here's Paloma Faith. Do you want the truth or something beautiful? Let me have a chat to Mary, who's been holding on for quite a while. Mary's in West Heath. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for coming on this afternoon.
Well, I think that man sounds a very good Christian.
He does, doesn't he? Considering that he doesn't think that he's a practising one, I think that he got his message across pretty good.
Yes. Why I'm ringing, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but I have many, many friends who are Jehovah's Witnesses, and I've been associating with them for over 20 years. I've been to their assemblies, I've been to their Kingdom halls, and the reason I'm not one is, as Richard was saying, Christmas, I've got a family, and I could spend Christmas with them, but I wouldn't be buying them presents, and birthdays, and lots of things like that hold me back. But what I'm saying is, he did talk when he was on about them ostracising family. That is not true. And I know it's not true because I have a very good friend whose husband's an elder. They're both witnesses. They had a daughter who was a witness with 3 grandchildren, but they decided they didn't want to be a witness anymore. They're not ostracised.
Mary, if I can just step in there, okay? In your case, this was how it was, right? In Richard's case, he was ostracised. And I've got to say, in all honesty with you, Mary, I am hearing a lot of the same tale this afternoon from people that were once Jehovah's Witnesses that then became ostracised when they either lost their faith or they know and have family members or friends that have. So although you're saying, and what you're saying is absolutely right from your perspective, that this hasn't happened, in a lot of cases people are being ostracised. So I mean, whether it depends on the individual, I don't know, but in some cases what happened to Richard is happening over and over.
Well, all I can say is maybe they're ostracised because they keep talking down the religion. It could be that. But I know that she had her family round only 3 weeks ago, and the little granddaughter said, "Oh, I love to come here, Nan, because I love your cooking." And I said, "Are you not sad that they're not back in the truth?" And she said, "Well, yes, but it's their choice, and hopefully they'll come back one day." So I just don't recognise the Jehovah's Witnesses that I know, and I know a lot, by the Jehovah's Witnesses that Richard, and that's my opinion, you know.
Well, Mary, listen, thank you very much for coming on to Have It today. That's Mary in West Heath. Oh, goodness gracious, so much coming through on this, so much. Dave is in Atherton. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Cuz.
Oh, it's Dave in Atherton. Okay, darling, what are you thinking this afternoon?
Well, I've got a message for everybody. In God's Word, on the day of judgment, whether you're a believer or a non-believer, the Lord is going to hold you to account for your deeds on earth. And that applies to believers and non-believers. Mm. And there is nothing wrong with religion. The only problem with religion is the interpretation of different people that they wish to interpret it as. Mm. Yeah? Jehovah's Witnesses, I used to have a female as a friend for a long time, and she was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yep.
She was married, and she was advised by her superiors in the church that she should leave the marriage. It wasn't doing her any good. She shouldn't hang about involved with her husband anymore. And consequently, within a few months, they parted. And I spoke to her husband, and he was absolutely broken-hearted. He said, "What on earth is going on?" And the guy just couldn't understand or accept what she'd done or why she'd done it. But she told me why she'd done it. Because her elders had advised her that for her sake and her religion's sake, it was the proper and only way that she should go. You know?
Right, okay.
You see, and another thing about churches, sweet.
Yeah.
My church is wherever I am.
Right.
Because I talk to my mate, because he's my mate. God is my mate. I talk to him like I talk to you and anybody else. And we have some right ding-dong little natters together.
I bet you do, Dave. Listen, thank you for coming on and having a natter to me this afternoon. Loads of people to talk to still before the show ends, which is only short on time, and I really want to get to Patricia in Shropshire. Hi, Patricia.
Hello, Caroline.
Nice to talk to you, Patricia. Tell me about your son.
Well, he was brought up Catholic like myself, and he married a Jehovah's Witness. They lead a lovely, good life. Mm. They've got 2 children, a very happy life. But the only thing that I would say is they put the religion into your face.
Yeah.
Even the children. Now, when we go out to, say, for instance, McDonald's or somewhere like that, they talk about religion. So I had to tell them, listen, I said, Grandma's come to see you, not to talk about religion. I said, when people come to my house, we don't talk about it. There's no need to, unless it comes up. But that's the only thing. And my grandson, it was St. Patrick's Day, and I was over there, and he said to me, there's no such thing as saints, all liars made up by the church. And they don't seem to, it's just, and he said to me, my dad says you don't worship Jehovah, and things like that. It's all religion in your face all the time.
You see, that is what scares Richard. If you heard Richard's interview, it's because every time his daughter comes to visit, you know, the daughter is fearful that he's going to go to hell. Because, and that must be quite, you know, when you're children, that's all they think about. Yeah. That must be quite scary, really.
But you see, at school, they go to ordinary school, and when they have, like, a Christmas time, when the children are having carols, they don't go to school at that time. They'll have a couple of hours out of school, and they get on fine, and they're happy being Jehovah's.
Right.
They don't feel as if they're left out.
Do you think that one day they may question it?
Well, maybe so. I mean, you know, I've been to my son's christening. Yeah. I've been to their marriage. I've been to their Kingdom Hall when he'd done his first, like a little sermon thing or whatever you'd call it. It was his first public speech in the Kingdom Hall. It was lovely. I enjoyed it. But there's just something there, you know, that when you go into their house, there's all leaflets everywhere and everything's on the tables, and, you know, that's what I don't like it. I respect everyone's religion.
But you don't like it in your face.
I don't like it in my face, no.
Yeah, I think that that comes through again and again, actually, on the messages that I'm getting this afternoon. Patricia, I'm really grateful for your call. Thank you for calling through this afternoon. Good to talk to you. Delroy, let's let you have the final word because we're running out of time. You've got a minute. Delroy in Perry Bar. Hello.
Hello, Caroline. Yes, a pity that I have a minute. I'm in total agreement with my friend because I was grown up in front of a Jehovah Witness church. They were Jehovah Witness. The elder was trying to convince me, but the thing about it is this: what they teach is like, oh, you shouldn't go to nobody else churches. Mm-hmm. They say they only have all the truth. No, everybody else going to go to hell and burn in hellfire. Only they're the one who going to be on the hurt and all those things. And I can encourage every young people in any denomination. Doesn't just only stick to one denomination. Go and study with everybody else and stand up to what the Bible said. If the Bible said it, stick with what the Bible said. Jehovah Witness, they doesn't stick with the Bible 100%. And if they want to have a study with me, I can have a study with them because I have come across many of them. And when you tell them the truth, they don't come back. They go away. They don't want to hear it. They say, oh, we are the only person of the truth. And you don't want to reason about it? That is totally unfair. I understand my guy's point. And I accept his point. It's totally true. And I'm so surprised about the child protection in their church and with their marriage as well, to say that a person can commit adultery. And the Bible forbids, if a person commits adultery and married to another person, you're living in adultery. So if you're going to say, oh, yes, the person, all right to marry, to come and live in adultery, that is totally wrong. And what people want to say, many people talking about Jesus Christ, but they're not talking about what the Bible said. It's all about what the Bible said. If they lived up to the Bible, we wouldn't have so much denomination. Thank you very much. Bye.
Delroy, thank you. There's Delroy in Perry Bar. Listen, obviously that provoked an absolutely amazing reaction from you this afternoon, and we could carry this on probably until Graham Torrington comes along tonight, but we have run out of time. Thank you for all of that. If you want to listen to that interview again, you can listen back to the show a bit later, bbc.co.uk/WM. That's bbc.co.uk/WM. My name's Caroline Martin. I'll join you again tomorrow from 2:00. Final word goes to Alan, who says, Caroline, religions of all types have been used for thousands of years to do one thing, and that's to control and put fear into the masses. The fear that we won't get to heaven when we die, or that you will be damned when Jesus comes back. Bottom line is, it's all about control and money. It's a great big con. And there says Alan.
BBC WM 95.6.